For the T Maxx, T Maxx comes with 14mm hexes on the wheels. Now this one on this side I rounded off. Actually it melted right into the wheel. So that one's a disaster. So that one's already off. This one I removed the tire. You're gonna need an 8mm driver just to remove the nut. And these we will not be using for the 17mm adapters that we're using. So you can just put those away if you have another vehicle that uses them. These hexes, they just pull out. If they get stuck, just use a flathead screwdriver or something to stick in here and then just pry it out. And that'll remove. And this one, this is the opposite. In the camera, you're probably not going to be able to really tell, but some of these corners were already starting to round off as well. Not much, but still. So go ahead and remove the pin. Do not lose the pins. You may need them for something else later on. I don't know, maybe a different vehicle. And the part number, it's 5353. So TRA5353X is gonna give you blue. I believe it's an R for red or G for green. And these will come with these screws. So these are going to replace those pins in there. They already come with thread lock, which is something that I do like about Traxxas. Things like these are already prepared. And you get these beautiful blue anodized parts here. And these are just like my Revo 3.3. That's the reason why I selected them. That's actually the only reason. Well, no, it's not the only reason. I was debating between green and blue. Wife liked the blue one. I got the blue. But these already come with thread compound. And you get 4 nuts as well. These are just 17mm. And if you already have a Revo or one of those tools, you can go ahead and use it. If not, it's just a 17mm. So just grab a 17mm socket. And that's all you will need. So here you will come with these 4 little screw pins. That's what I'm calling them for now. And they already come with thread compound. So a thread lock compound. And once you remove this, now later on I'm going to disassemble and clean everything fully. But right where the hole is, in there, can't really see it, maybe. Well, anyway, right through there, that's the hole you want to line up to this. Now, one of the sides, notice, is larger. That's the side the screw pin is going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and just slide it in. Once it's in there, it should be a 2mm driver, if I'm not mistaken. I can be mistaken. It's rare that I'm mistaken. Usually I'm right, unless I'm having a conversation with my wife. It's usually debate, then that's generally where I'm wrong. I'm kidding, I'm joking. I'm hoping she watches this video someday and laughs. Or maybe I should hope she doesn't watch it. But that's it. So that is all for the installation. That is all you do. That is set there. And the beautiful thing is once the wheel goes over, that cannot back out beyond the point of the wheel. So let's say you had Revo wheels. You can fit the Revo wheels on, and then you can just thread them. The only thing is, because the offset is different on the Revo, let's see if I place it here. This will give you a better view. It's going to make your T Maxx much, much wider. So that's something to consider. You need to take into account the offset of one versus the other. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm just going to do a second one just to show you, and then I'll do the rest of them off camera once I clean things up. Well, maybe. We'll see. I'll probably run it since these are here. I'm probably going to end up running it. And I think I missed. There we go. And just take your 2mm driver and that's it. Snug is all you need. Do not over tighten this, you can damage things. But that is it. So if you end up buying, say, some Proline wheels, 17, now you have the Prolines. These are a little closer to the offset. They're just smaller diameter, narrower tires. These are actually the ones that are gonna go on it. I'm gonna try it out, see how it runs. But that is it. And then after that, you would just use one of these nuts and you would just place it in there. I need baby fingers for this. Once it's there, you can just use your nails to turn it. Use your tool. And we're just going for snug. And that's it. And they do sell those nuts by themselves. So if you do lose one of them, not a big deal. You can get them by themselves. So let me go ahead and just mount up the other one so you can see it mounted. And then I can show you front versus rear, what they look like. And I'll be honest, before I bought the 3.3, the Revo, I used to just use a socket. Now I just use this. It's practical. I don't have to carry heavy tools. But there it is. So front versus rear, truck upside down. This is what we have. Go ahead and flip it. And there we go. So notice also the difference between the surface where the nut actually comes in contact versus over here. You have a much larger surface to hold on to the wheel. If you've ever broken the centers of the wheel, this is why you go to 17 versus something like this. So other things to point out are the offsets to consider. If you get Revo, they will be wider. So look into that, look into the measurements. I do have a video where I talk about that. I'll put it in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and comment below. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, my hand!